That's right. Getting your sexual healing on with Dr. Sanjaya. Thank you for checking us out at Sex in South Beach. We're here today with Sebastian Harris, who publishes or produces the Global Seducer Quickie Podcast. And he does it every damn day to help men get more women to love them, right? That is a noble goal, right? That is very, very, very noble. I really like that. He's not saying men go take your stuff. He's saying men learn how to please women so that they want you. So check him out. Global Seducer Quickie. It's quickie because it's a short one. It's about 10 minutes a day. And I'm going to tell you, for your quickie sex sessions, too long. We don't want quickies that are 10 minutes. I'm telling you, we just talked about that. Too much time. Now, you could go down for 10 minutes and then I can leave the house and we're done if that's how you want to spend your 10 minutes. But now we're going to change the topic. Guys, you want a little more confidence in bed? Girls, you want your man to come screaming back for more? Sebastian, tell us about how we can shift our mindset to make that happen.
I would say the first mindset that you should have is that you're both human beings and you both have insecurities and fears. They have fears, they have insecurities, that's what they know, but they always think when there's a beautiful woman who's naked in their bed, oh, she's perfect, she's a goddess, she could never ever have any insecurity about anything. That's what a lot of guys think.
Wow.
And then put themselves under so much pressure to perform and to say, hey, oh, I have to please her, I have to be confident, I have to appear as if I have my shit together, without ever thinking about her feelings that she has the same, okay, not the same, but similar insecurities and fears.
Absolutely. We're all human beings. None of us are perfect, no matter, and we all know that. We know that intellectually. Nobody's perfect. Everybody's dealing with some stuff. But what I hear you saying is in the sexual situation, men can get focused really on their own stuff and never really think like we're trying to connect. Isn't that really what sex is about? It's like, it really is about that human connection. What you're touching on, I think, is really important because I do think deep down inside, all of us have this, fear that maybe I'm not lovable. Maybe nobody wants me, right? And then when you connect with someone and you are able to say, hey, I'm not perfect, and actually this is one of my fears or insecurities. And when that person says, I hear you, and I want to be with you anyway, and I like you anyway, it really does a lot for us.
Exactly, and that's the point. And I think the main reason why guys don't see a woman's insecurities is because we are so much more visually stimulated. So we assume that if she's hot, if she has big boobs and nice ass, then she must feel complete, she must feel perfect, she must be happy all the time. We often don't see past this physical beauty.
Right.
And I think in this situation, women do a better job. I think for women, it's more obvious when a guy has certain fears or insecurities than for a guy who looks at a woman and who automatically assumes, oh my God, she's perfect.
So I love the saying that a man falls in love with the woman he is most attracted to. A woman is most attracted to the man she falls in love with.
For women, it's about emotions way more than about visual stimulation.
Right. And I think that is a misconception that you really are bringing to your coaching clients and introducing into our conversation today. We're not so focused on your imperfections. We're focused on how you treat us or whether we feel good about ourselves or bad about ourselves when we're around you. Whether if you're trying to put us down like, oh, you're not perfect in this way and you're not perfect in this way, or you've got these issues. Versus a man who's saying, even though you might have these insecurities or you might have these challenges, I still want to be with you and I like you. But I've seen that women really are most attracted to the man whom they fall in love with. But men, that attraction is first. They're very visually stimulated.
True, and that's to give you an example, like me with my heart surgeries and my scars. When I started out on this whole, let's say dating and seduction journey, I was afraid to actually take my shirt off during sex because I was so scared that if a woman sees my scars, she would think, oh, I'm a monster.
Right.
Until I then realized that no woman gives a shit, basically.
Right.
No woman cares. It's like really, it's as if it doesn't exist. Oh, I don't have the six-pack abs. Oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. And they have all these kinds of insecurities that in the end don't matter. And what actually makes them more unattractive is that they have the insecurities, but not that they have the physical flaw. Because women are attracted to confidence.
I remember, actually, you bring me to a time in my 20s, I had actually a rash on my belly. I was allergic to laundry detergent, which resulted in these weird like brown freckles on my belly. And it took a long time for doctors to figure out how do we get rid of them. They're not there anymore. But I remember I was on a date with a guy and he was telling me how much he liked me, and I lifted my shirt up at the restaurant. I was like, look, I have all these freckles on my belly. I'm flawed. And he's like, oh my God, you poor thing. You're so beautiful. Why would you care about these stupid freckles on your belly? They look, first of all, they look fine. It's not like but I was feeling so insecure. Like I could never wear a bikini. And he was totally fine with it. Not only that, he's like, I would not really have even noticed them if you were not pointing them out to me. And it really was an eye-opener that there's so much more to me, and this is when I'm in my early 20s, but there's so much more to me that a person can be attracted to that it doesn't matter whether you have a flaw or an issue. And it felt really good for me. I'm a very upfront person, so I'm like, look at my flaw. You don't want to date me anymore. And he was like, okay, I see you're crazy. I might not date you for that, but it has nothing to do with your freckles on your belly. So I think that's a very interesting point. So often we're conditioned to think we need to be perfect for someone to be attracted to us.
We always overestimate how other people see us because we see every little flaw that we have like under this microscope and think, oh my God, it's terrible. And other people, they don't even realize it. It's not a big deal for them. But because it's our body, we always think it's 100 times more important than it actually is.
So how should we shift our mind? If you're going to do a mind shift to make us more confident or to get you over your insecurities that might be interfering with your sex life, tell me a little bit more about what we do.
I mean, you can talk openly about it. And the one thing that I would also say what's very important is that you stop thinking about sex as performing, but about connecting and enjoying the process. And that's a problem that a lot of guys have. I think also, I mean, yeah, everybody blames the porn industry all the time, but I think it's a little bit related to that.
Booyah, I love you. I mean, don't tell my husband, even though, never mind.
Hey, we have the same name. It's
Nothing
okay.
happened. I know, now everyone's going to be confused. I didn't want to go there. It's my first husband, everybody. No, but exactly. It's about the human connection and it's not a performance. And I agree, porn, I love to remind people, everyone in porn, they're actors, right? Someone in porn is getting paid to do that. So that is an unrealistic expectation to have in your regular life. Sex is not about a performance. It's not about how you would look in this mirror that is not on the ceiling, even. It's really about, are you connecting with this person who you're with? And I think especially for women, this is really important. Someone's inside of you, girl. Seriously, inside your body. Like you can't get closer. So if your mind is racing, and I know this is an issue women have, how does my belly look in this position? Or how do I look? Or does he see a stretch mark? Or whatever is going on, rather than being focused on the connection. And ladies, you wonder why, what? All them ugly girls got them fine guys, right? Them ugly girls be focused on the connection. They're not worried about how they look. But I think there's definitely something to be said. When you're focused on the connection, not only is sex better for you, but it's really better for your partner. Your partner can like feel the energy coming at them.
Yeah, and it's like this whole porn sex, if you want to describe it as this, makes sex mechanical and it basically destroys it. Because when you look at like mainstream porn, I mean, nobody who has a real connection fucks like that. It's just completely unnatural.
Right. Exactly.
Often the position they use, how they look at each other, and then how they change it, like this mechanical thing. And then guys often fall in this trap that they have to say, okay, I have to change the position every couple of seconds, and then I have to do this, and then I have to do that, and then they get completely messed up.
Right. No,
and
guys.
One word, what you said actually to the stretch marks. I like stretch marks, and I heard that a lot of guys like it too, like the natural look.
Wow.
Movies, it's like they have full body makeup and all kind of Photoshop and all kind of other stuff. It's just not real.
Ladies, did you hear that? They like stretch marks. Who knew? This is just like when I first moved to Miami, a guy actually sent me a drink. I still will never know who this guy is, but he sent a drink and the bartender said that he wants to thank you for not getting a boob job. And I was like, wow, that's cool. So I got a thank you drink from that. So that was awesome. This has been a very, very enlightening session, Sebastian. I want to wrap it up. I try to wrap everything up like in the context of what we need to have our climax. So our climax, the most meaningful things, our takeaways for today are, hey, you know what men want in bed? They want us to be a little more submissive. If you're super skilled in bed sexually, that's fine. Just gently roll those skills in. Not on the first night, girl. The first one kind of has to be a freebie. Don't be too aggressive and let him take the lead. Is that right, Sebastian?
That's right.
That's right. The second thing is men have a lot of fears when it comes to their bedroom performance. They're scared of that they're not going to be able to get it up. They're scared that they're going to come too fast. And it is okay, guys and girls, to be authentic about whatever you might be scared about. It's absolutely okay. And I think it will actually endear you to your sexual partner even more. Nothing is sexier than honesty and authenticity. And the mind shift that we need to do, we need to remember that we are having sex with another human being, or we're trying to connect sexually with another human being. And even though they might look perfect to us during our first encounter or when we don't know them too well, that this human being also has their own set of insecurities that they're dealing with. And so don't worry so much about your performance. Really focus on connecting with this human being and making sure that they're comfortable when you guys are being intimate as well. And lastly, do not think about sex as a performance. It's about this connection with the other person. This is not porn. This is people stimulating each other, satisfying each other, trying to turn each other on sexually. And to do that, you have to realize that you are two human beings coming together, trying to make this thing happen. Did I get it right?
Beautifully said.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. One more time, you know what you did. You just listened to Sex in South Beach with Dr. Sanjaya for your daily dose of nookie knowledge. You have to check me out on all the social media networks. That's DRSONJIA all day on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram. You know what I'm saying. Let's link up now. And for guys, when you need some help, you need that daily dose of encouragement. You need a little guidance to make sure that you know you're taking the right steps to help the ladies love you longer. You definitely need to check out the Global Seducer Quickie Podcast with my guy, Sebastian Harris. He will give you all the tips and tricks you need to improve your love life tonight. Give Sebastian Harris a bit of your time if you need to up your sexual game, guys. You heard, right? I cannot wait to see you again next time at Sex in South Beach, where everyone comes for happier, healthier sex. I love when people email me their sex questions. And I always want you to know I will honor your confidentiality and answer your question on the air. If you have a sex question that you want answered in a future show, simply email me at sonjia@drsonjia, that's Sanjaya at drsanjaya.com, and I will do my best to answer it for you.